Austin Reeves is the next Jerry West 2.0.
Yeah. It's that time again. Sit back, relax, and let us take you home. We are Two Dudes, One Pod.
Okay, well, we're finally back again here at the Sunset Room.
Oh man, it seems like it's been ages.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks. So we had Mandy stuff going on. Mm-hmm. And then the week before that, we were at the studio doing interviews. So it's good to be back at our home.
Right. And just like to say thank you again to ESPNLA 710 for opening your studios to conduct these interviews. It truly was just an incredible experience just to be able to get more familiarized with the personalities. We talk so much about, you know, what they do on the radio is not necessarily who they are off the radio. So it was just really cool to get to know more of their story, you know?
Yeah, it's awesome that they do that. And, you know, the pod giving us a platform, getting to talk to these hosts. Then we go to the Mandys, people recognizing us because of ESPNLA, the host, the pod, everything kind of together. It makes it so much fun to get to know more people. But the Mandys, that was awesome, man.
3.0.
Yep.
Mandy's 3.0.
It's in the books already.
I'm getting kind of that FOMO already. Like the day after, I was already going through pictures, going through videos, going on the communities, checking all that stuff out. Saw your guys' Lakers Lakers breakdown at 3 a.m. in the hotel room.
It was actually 3:30 a.m. And you know what? I cut that video short, man, because they kept going, man. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's funny to see everybody kind of react to it. And how did that whole process unfold? Molly had a little party. Shout out to Molly.
Molly.
In her room there at Commerce Casino. We were just all hanging out, and she had the spread out. She had a few beers, some drinks. She had ceviche, guacamole, tortilla chips. So it was just a few of us after we left the bar lobby, hanging out with Cappy a little bit down there.
Wait. I thought he ordered you guys pizza and all that stuff. And you guys were pressing the flesh.
But Molly came through.
Oh, okay.
No, okay. It was Molly and Jasmine. I forgot which one got the pizza.
Oh, okay.
It might have been both of them or
one
of them.
Little teamwork there,
yeah.
Huh? All right.
But, you know, it was all good. And then, you know, Cappy, he looked tired, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he looked tired.
Tired, a.k.a. wasted?
Yeah.
No, for sure. So, everybody was on a good one.
So we go up to the room and we're just hanging out. And, you know, it's funny, the reaction to that video with Little Johnny, who's a new star in the Circle of Trust. He's new, but Little Johnny going to give Little Cappy a run for his money, man.
When he said he was a Cowboys fan, I'm like, okay. Cowboys fan, as you know, they naturally have that passion. And so when I saw him going at it and making his points, I'm like, not only is this a Cowboys enthusiast, but a Lakers enthusiast, which is like the perfect storm for some really passionate debates. You know what I mean?
So I'm hoping that wasn't, you know, here's the other story. He did hang out with Big E a little bit. Anytime somebody gets near Big E, that's what happens. But, you know, the reaction to the video was more about, in the comments was all about, you know, oh, yeah, that reminds me when we're hanging out and my uncles and my family.
Right.
Everybody has those conversations.
It's like that barber talk, right? That barbershop talk. Like we all have it at the gatherings.
So it was cool. But the Mandys, all in all, was fun, you know.
It really was. Just the whole venue. It was huge, man. Like going in there, and it was like a really huge. Like Morales had mentioned that next year they're gonna look to sell more tickets and stuff because they realize, like, man, this thing is huge. We can really load this place up.
Morales did mention it too. Like the tickets did go on sale late. It seemed like, you know, it was like too close to the event. So it didn't, you know, we didn't have a chance to just kind of build on it.
Because even I kept asking you, like, wait, didn't they go on sale? And you kept like, no, not yet.
It was crazy. So, but yeah, I mean, they're figuring it out. They keep tinkering it with every year. So I'm sure it's even going to get better.
And they even have their own personal stage wanderer and Jesse, aka Jesse from the LBC, right? Just
Jesse, man. Come on, man. Get help.
Oh, bro.
Get help, Jesse.
Every time I see you, man, it reminds me of the guy from Wayne's World that's always shit-faced.
Okay, wasn't he Black Gold Country Club?
Yeah,
also?
yeah. No, but he's either winning furniture or like 72-inch screen TVs, or he's being escorted out of the facility, which allowed you to win something, right?
Right.
You won those hockey tickets,
Yeah,
so that's dope, man.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mandy's, like, I actually have a list of the winners. What I wanted to do is, like, we'll go over each winner, and then we'll each give an opinion, like sus or deserved.
So, okay, like it kind of like, okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Then we can add on to it why we think it's sus, why we think they deserve it.
Gotcha.
And sometimes it's a little of both, so
Right.
that'll be interesting to do.
JJ Redick being introduced yesterday on Monday, and then on Tuesday, a hot mic audio being released of James Worthy and Geeter McGee just. Not, I guess, kind of showing their enthusiasm for Bronny if he gets drafted to the Lakers. Yeah. So, I mean, it just seems like new day, same circus, kind of, you know.
So, you know, a lot of people excited, but we've seen this before, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you get the press conference, you get all excited.
Oh, my God, look, I'm really loving what he's saying.
Right.
And I think it's interesting how you get, like, in that video, you get a tale of both kind of spectrums, where you got the real devoted, like, Austin Reeves is now Jerry West 2.0. I love you, Johnny. And then, you know, Dead Meow, kind of the realism of like, nah, man, like things are gonna continue the way they are until they really pivot and just go a different direction.
Right.
And it was just funny because I was going over the press conference with JJ Redick and comparing it to Darvin Hands. And look, I understand that GM, front office people are always going to have to spin it. They're going to have to spin. But can you maybe like stop using hyperbolic language that says, now we found we found the person that's going to save this organization. Like, it's like using these definite terms when homeboy was literally there for 2 years, and then it's like we're hearing the same spill. But it is what it is. I think the sports has been a little, it's been, not so much going on. I mean, the NHL Stanley Cup took place. I watched that. That was pretty exciting because we had never seen a team come back from 3-0, and tie it, and maybe win it. So
I'm gonna be honest, man. I didn't even know anything about the Florida Panthers. Yeah. I'm like, that's a hockey team?
Yeah, bro. Let's go over those winners.
So I'll just do it in order right off the ESPNLA post that they did. Okay, man of the people, Beto Duran.
That's what was it? Not sus, but warranted.
Yeah, that was deserved.
Deserved.
Yeah,
deserved. Very much deserved. Very much deserved.
He truly is a man of the people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's out there hanging with us all the time, and he's got the cooler.
Yeah, he's got the cooler. He comes in at any remotes that he can make it. The cooler comes out. The truck is open. The latch. We're chilling. We're kicking it, throwing down some Modelo's. His Lakers post game talk was huge. I think just as he's always plugging us people in the community to come hop on. He put us right on the front of the line.
That's a big thing for me is engagement. Like, who's engaging with the P1s, the fans, and Beto does that. Even if it's not what you like, he might disagree with you and come at you. And,
or me just talk shit.
Trolling, but that's what real friends do, right?
Right.
So that's really like a friend when you guys talk trash. It's like we talk trash
to
each other.
It's just it's like that banter. You know what I mean?
So there's
no controversy on that. No dilemmas with that.
Most knowledgeable, John Ireland.
Okay, look, I'm not taking anything away from John Ireland's knowledge. I know he's incredibly sports knowledge. Like he knows his stuff. But at the same time, it's like I voted for Andy Kamenetsky. I don't know who you voted for, but I felt that Andy Kamenetsky has a vast a range of knowledge that stems not only from sports but entertainment, music, movie. It's like when I'm hear this guy talk, I hear so many new things from him. Johnny's just rehatching on the same 3 stories like the whole time, or talking about women or reality shows that he watches. So it's like I don't know, like I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Dude, I'm totally with you with Andy. You know, hopefully these guys, you know, these fill-in hosts get, you know, they start to get a little bit more love, because
yeah, man,
they're really good. And I'm with you on Andy, and like even with music and sports, and he's always on top of stuff.
Yeah, and he's like what a lot of people don't know is that Andy Kamenetsky, he shared that he's been like, he has an IDMB like credits and stuff, but he's like, his wife has made a short film. Like he's been a part of like short films, and like it's really like legitimately made and produced. It's like, I just feel like the guy, like I learned so many new things from him. And John, it's like, yeah, it is what it is. Like the fans are supportive of John.
John Ireland's more like a trivia guy, you know, where you're really smart and you know like a lot of unimportant facts.
Right, exactly. Like on the when you eat those the icicle pops and it has the little jokes, you know, just random trivia stuff. But
hey, Mason called it out, right? He said he's got the same stories on rotation, right?
Exactly.
And we all hear it, not the same story.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So John, I say sus. I'm sus on that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, John.
So most hated, Christopher Morales.
I know he wants it well deserved, and I wouldn't, I don't have any issues with that, because I can understand, like, you know, he really does a phenomenal job of instigating stuff. Yeah, so I'm fine with that.
He's a pot stirrer.
Yes.
You know what these guys do is hard, as we know now that we do content, and sometimes we're doing this and we're like, we wish we had a Morales to pop in here and save us, right?
Right.
You can feel it, like when some, you know, it gets a little dry or something. It's like Morales has this like radar. He runs in the studio, man, and starts stirring it up.
Right, exactly.
And that's where the hate comes, because he's trying to pit people against each other.
Exactly.
Trying to create content.
He comes in with that wooden spoon, bro, and he starts stirring that shit up.
So that was well deserved.
Well deserved.
He plays the villain role perfect.
Though I did vote for John Ireland for that one as well.
Okay, fill-in host, three-peat Ramona Shelburne.
Look, obviously, it's Ramona. How could you ever go against? And I'm not gonna say sus, because it's always well deserved because of what she's.
Right.
But I legitimately also, like, I voted for Andy and Beto. It's like, come on, it's not what you've done. This isn't like a lifetime achievement award. It's like
a popularity thing.
Yeah.
Look, she's so nice, man.
Yeah.
We saw her at the Mandy, you know, taking pictures of everybody.
Right.
Running around doing the airplane. Like
she was also faded too, shit-faced. But it's no worries on that. But no, so I get it.
Fill-in host, like maybe even like I could even see her in some other categories, like best smile or something else. But fill-in host. She's got 3 peats. So.
Yeah, like I said, I'm never gonna say sus.
Best smile, Laura Romo.
Laura, yeah.
So Laura was, we knew it was a 2-horse race. Mm-hmm. The horse with with Laura and DeAndre, D-Cash Money. So that was a tight race. To me, that's a little bit of an upset, because DeAndre had a lot of people say they were voting for him and stuff.
Right.
But good for Laura.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she would have probably traded that for a producer.
Right.
She really wanted that one.
Yeah, and rightfully so. You know, it's like, yes, smile. It's nice to be complimented for a smile, but you know, like an award, I'm sure she would definitely want that associate producer award for sure.
All right. Funniest host, Michael Thompson.
I guess he's
funny, right?
He's funny.
But is he the funniest? Dude, all I know is Cappy's got me on the floor, like, rolling most of the time.
He does. And I feel sometimes Michael Thompson's jokes are, like, borderline, like, cringe.
So, he's either too cringe or he's dad jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? There's no middle, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's either rated G or borderline.
Right.
RX.
HR.
Yeah. Borderline HR. So, he is a funny guy, and I think he's lucky that Pepe makes him funnier, right?
Pepe makes Michael Thompson.
Yeah.
I would even give it to Pepe. I think Pepe is the funny.
It's true.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
like I
I mean,
said-
look at all the drops. All the drops are literally Pepe.
Yeah,
like
so-
all the laughs and they get are from Pepe. So it's all good.
Yeah,
though.
so
But we'll say
That's
dessert.
sus, right?
Sus. We'll say sus.
yeah, I'm gonna say sus
Yeah.
because we're not
And Michael
saying,
Thompson's hardly even in.
right.
You
We're
know what
not
I mean?
saying he's not funny.
Right.
We're saying he's not the
Funniest.
funniest. Yeah.
Correct,
I mean,
correct.
there's plenty of people that are not funny, right?
Right, right.
But yeah. So best play-by-play, John Ireland.
Yeah, I guess.
I have to agree with that one,
Deserved.
John.
Well
We'll
deserved.
give you your. He's really good at play-by-play.
Yeah.
I mean, it
I
is
don't,
what it
and I
is.
haven't heard enough of the other two, unfortunately. You know.
Yeah,
Though I know that they're
heard a
great. They're great though.
They were good, but yeah, Johnny I's got that one wrapped up.
right.
Unsung hero,
That went to Pepe.
Pepe Mantilla.
Pepe. I
Give
mean,
that to him.
I'm. You know, it's like Morales is saying, "Oh, I created that for him." I mean, the guy should be on these ballots, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely deserved an award. I mean, he's big part of their show. He's I would put him up there as far as at least in the man of the people running, like
Definitely,
part of the race.
definitely.
Because another guy's always engaging, he's liking everybody's tweets.
He comes, if you're at a game, he'll come up to him and shake your hand,
Yep.
give you the wave,
Yep.
a personal wave.
Yep, and he's always got the clapping hands and on the replies. And
Exactly.
so
well deserved for
yeah,
that one.
Pepe.
Well deserved.
Finally, man, well overdue. Listener's choice, Chris Ward.
Listener's choice, Chris Ward.
He campaigned, right? So he campaigned really hard, Mr. Chris Ward. I know he told me that him and his team were voting a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him and his Green Cross team. So, I mean,
Hey.
he pulled out the stops.
Pulled it out. Yeah, he worked
You know.
within the rules of it, and
Right.
so I definitely give him credit for that. You know,
And, you know, it's like he is a major supplier of the goods to the fans and the host.
don't matter how many remotes you do, how much content you make. If you if you give herb, you will win, bro.
Yeah, so John Ferris, man, I tell you, I met that guy. So it's funny, like Mandy's one, I met him first. I met you second, and I was a little scared because I was kind of new, and then you had that.
Well, I was all dressed up
You had
like
that-
a Phantom of the Opera
yeah,
person, so I had a
intimidating-
lot of people tripping out.
intimidating Phantom of the Opera outfit, and you're usually like, hey, outgoing, and you were just like kind of stoic, just kind of taking it all in. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, So, but I still, like, you know me, I was like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, but
Right.
We still talked and stuff. But John Ferris, I met him only because I was slacking on Mandy's one. I got FOMO, and then there was no tickets. I put out a thing on Twitter and said, hey, anybody got an extra ticket? John Ferris, I got you. And that's how I met him. So we met there. We were at the same table. And so while we're making small talk, I tell him I got this ring in my pocket. He talked me into asking Paris there to marry me at that event. So, and that's what happened. Then we talked to you know, Travis and Slee and said, hey, this is what we want to do. What do you think? And they're like, let's do it.
Did you know Travis before that? Did you do the golf thing before that? Okay.
Yes, we did go. I won a golfing thing, and that's how I got. He's pretty much the first person I met like that, you know, that I
Right.
hang out with was Travis Rogers. I mean, everybody is so nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why it's hard once in a while when people come at them and stuff like that for me, because, you know, you get to know these people personally, but nothing wrong with disagreeing with a take that they have or debating that way.
And John Ferris is also a listener, or did he work for?
He's diehard Travis and Slee.
Okay.
That's his show. That's what he follows, and yeah, he listens to all the other ones, but that's his. Everybody's got their show. Like
Right.
we all listen to all the shows because we like to see what's going to happen and stuff like that because they all kind of blend together. But Travis and Slee is his show.
Right.
Just like I tell everybody, Circle of Trust is my show. Sedano and Cap. We had a discussion on the radio about that. I had to show my allegiance. But we discussed that yesterday on the radio. Okay, we got best segment, Game of Games.
Game of Games. I'm just gonna say sus.
You know what's funny? Originally, I was like, everything's sus. And, you know, it's funny that we talk about it and you think about it. I'm like, game of games. Like, one thing I would say about that one, it takes the most like work and effort. They got to think of the questions. They got to come up with it. They got to do all this stuff. But I think that was more of a sus still, because I don't know, it just seemed to fit in line with the ballot. Like, okay, we gotta sock it to these guys.
It was the Mason and Iron Lifetime Achievement Award presented by the Mandys.
Right. By the way, 20 years, man, they've been at it.
Yeah.
Just
Do you think we'll be at it for 20 years?
Oh, easily.
All right.
But I'm a lot older, man. So, okay, associate producer Brian Cohen.
Love Brian.
Brian is awesome. I'm gonna call sus. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
First of all, Brian is the coolest, most chill dude you'll ever meet, man. Mm-hmm. Super nice guy. God, anybody that meets him, he's a nice guy.
Right.
The only reason I call sus is because he's kind of under the radar guy. He's brand new. If you ask 5 people right now, do you know who Brian Cohen is? I don't think they know who he is yet.
Right.
It's not his fault. He's kind of in the background. He's new, but he's not like one of these like.
It's kind of like you have to earn your stripes kind of thing, right?
Right. The producer categories are the hardest because, let's face it, it's work.
Right.
So, we've all been in jobs where we do a job and they recognize people or whatever, and you're like, I work just as hard. Why don't they recognize me? So that, to me, that's the toughest category, because they all work hard. They all do stuff for these hosts. Whether they're getting them their coffee or coming up with ideas, and
right, prep work and all of that stuff.
Hosts are taking the credit for everything, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, it doesn't make me mad. It just makes it sus.
Right. It's just more like there's others that have kind of put a little bit more of the grind into it that should have been
right.
Acknowledged.
And like I say, I don't think that many people know who he is yet. Mm-hmm. So, personality of the year, Christopher Morales. I think that fits in more than
most hated. Right.
Because you can't say, I mean, he's the personality of the station, right? Mm-hmm. Everything kind of weaves through Christopher Morales. Mm-hmm. Bit of the year, Valentine's Day Chat GPT. Okay, was there like 7 bits up for?
I think so, right.
Cappy was like in 4 of them, right? Mm-hmm. And they were all funny. So we go back to funniest host. Mm-hmm. But ChatGPT, really, man?
Especially because it was like, they made it seem like it was this very long, detailed love letter that it was like 2 sentences or something. And it's like, John's wife doesn't care about anything. He's made it known, like, they're like, oh, I can bring a girl over and give her a kiss, and she would. It's like, who is it really that, like, a gotcha moment?
I can kiss Mason on the lips.
Yeah, I can kiss.
But out of the 7, I think it was 7.
I voted for the ice skating one.
That was number 7.
Yeah.
That was not even like it's
their
not
best
like,
one.
It's not like it was a 2-horse race or like, oh my God, it's gonna be close. That one never even crossed my mind. Mm-hmm. ChatGPT, man. Producer of the year, producer Emily.
I think she has demonstrated that she knows, like, her stuff. She works really hard. I mean, it's basically like Travis and Sliwa on the show. She comes up with so many things. She's, has a lot of like ideas, and like I was sharing with Clinton at the Mandy's, I feel that, look, Emily's a very polarizing figure, but I feel that she has kind of brought out some of the humanism, especially out of Sliwa, because Sliwa was all about Lakers talk, and I feel she's kind of opened like other doors to his personality that we get to see a little bit more because of Emily.
I think you nailed it with by saying she's polarizing. I mean, there's people that won't cut her any slack, man. Mm-hmm. She is smart. She knows her sports, man. She does know her sports. Like, I'll get people that'll probably disagree with that. None of us are the same, right? So she's appealing to people out there that are into pop culture and some of the topics that she talks about. This one doesn't get me mad like it gets a lot of people mad. Like I said, it's the toughest. To me, that's the toughest award because, like I say, they all work hard. It's like you have to be a worker to do that job, no matter the perception or what people are thinking in the background. Like, oh, they don't do anything, they don't bring any value.
Like she's not gonna cookie cutter it for you, you know, which I respect. Like that's what I respect the most. You're gonna get transparency from her. What you see is what you get. Not like hey na 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 na, and then like they're phony to you in person. No, it's like how I am on the radio is how I am in person, and that's all you can ask for.
And she don't care.
Yeah,
if somebody
exactly.
gives the feedback, she's like, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna do my thing.
yeah, and I can respect that. So
all right,
I'll say deserved.
Show of the year, Mason in Ireland.
Mom, come rap me now. No. Yeah. Well, yeah, they deserve. I mean, they've been around for 20 years.
Yeah, they deserve it. I don't know. I feel like it's. You know how sometimes an actor gets, you think they should have got an Oscar, and then they get skipped over,
or they get an Oscar for a year that it's like I don't really think they should have got.
Yeah, the next year they do a cheesy movie, and they get the Oscar.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a makeup call,
right.
A call or whatever.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
And then you throw the 20-year thing, and you did all that stuff.
They're all deserving. It's been a long time coming, but it just seemed to align with a lot of things that were taking place that night. But
last one, host of the year, Steve Mason.
I would say deserved. Steve Mason, is. I mean, when we interviewed him, right?
Oh.
I mean, the antithesis of who he is a radio personality, like a host. Like that's what he identifies himself as. So
he's such a professional, man. Like it's hard to explain. Like when he's in the room sitting with us doing the interview, he's such a pro, and he's really good at what he does. And well, of course, he's been doing it since he was 15 years old, right?
Right, exactly.
So he should be winning host of the year, right? There's not a real a-hole in the bunch, right? Where you can say that guy's or that person is a total jerk. Everybody's different and all that, and everybody might have different interactions, I guess, and they have their own opinions based. But I think overall, it's a great group of people, and now you got these other guys coming up, and it's sad to see Cody leave. But
man.
I mean, you see all these other people that keep coming up, and they're doing something right at the station.
Yeah, they definitely are. In good hands for like generations to come, cultivating great young talent.
So people were hitting me in the comments about when I went to the stage, like they gave you a microphone, why didn't you say anything? It was crazy because I had all the stuff I wanted to say, like, two dudes, one pod, check it out, and circle of trust, rock and roll, and all this stuff you want to, cheesy stuff you want to do on stage. And then the moment hit me. And man, about John Ferris and his cancer battle and all that stuff, and I was speechless. I just wanted to quickly move to the side and not make it about me or just let it.
Well, and it's also kind of like Morales just went into it.
Yeah,
it wasn't really like anything. What are you gonna do? Like just interrupt him.
Like I knew literally shortly right before I did know. But I didn't even open the envelope. But I think Morales had a little bit. He was doing them shots.
Yeah, I mean everybody was feeling.
How did the song go again? I forgot.
Everybody's on that mandala ride.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, but I was caught up in the moment, and I was just trying to hold it together, and I'm just like, just hold it together, man. And but that kind of stuff is cool to see. And I want to say something too about the fans and the listeners, and that category is getting tougher and tougher. It used to be like it's a no-brainer. It's only like 2 or 3 people that are really engaging, blah blah blah. But now, I mean, that list keeps growing, and people are doing their thing. So, I mean,
like that's what just bothers me. It's like they're all deserving.
I know you start going one by one, man. Like even Casper, man. Like, dude, the content you put out, everything you do, and I know you don't care about the award, but you do a lot. We got Omar giving people socks out there. We got, you know, Big E's like known as the weed guy, and he, you know, talk about weed supplier, right? And he don't even sell it; he gives it away, right?
Yeah, dude.
So, you know, you got Big E, you got VP. I mean, VP. You can go on and on. God, it just goes on and on. Like people contributing in the YouTube chats and the engagements. Like somebody asked me, how many remotes do you have to go to have a chance? I go,
Oh,
I don't
Troy
know.
Lake.
Yeah, and I said, you know what? If you want to give a number, I would say 2. You don't have to go to all of them. People got lives, they got jobs, families. Some people got 2, 3 jobs. I totally get it. But I say, if you're gonna make an effort to go to 1 or 2, okay, that means you had to move stuff around. So of course, to be fan of the year, listener of the year, whatever, you might have to make some, what do you call it, sacrifices. But I just said 2 remotes. That's fair enough, right?
Yeah.
I think it's cool that all the fans are like starting to say, hey, what do I got to do? I want to do it. But if you don't get it, it's okay. It's like all the fun that we have.
Be authentic, man. Just
Yeah,
be
it's gotta
authentic.
be organic, right?
Organic,
Like,
authentic,
you can tell the difference when somebody's trying too hard and stuff. But you know, the Mandy's was fun, and I can't wait till the next one. But I'll tell you one conspiracy theory that I totally believe in. I'm gonna say it again. Laura Romo, Pepe Mantilla, Christopher Morales, Steve Mason,
Chris Ward.
and Chris Ward, all on 2 Dudes, 1 Pod. And they all want a Mandy.
Well, yeah, just our little recapper for this week. If you have any comments or any questions, we're trying to get some interviews planned out for after the 4th of July. Hopefully we can get that done. We could get that legitimized so we can let you know, because I know that Omar, sorry, kind of getting loud all of a sudden behind us, but we'll let you know when that's going to take place, so you can start posting some questions that you might want us to ask Cappy and Bergie. So
Yeah, we got Beto Duran right at Northgate.
oh, that's right.
Northgate in
This
Costa Mesa.
Sunday.
Cool.
Come support Team USA and the Copa America, and with Mario. Wait, no, you do it. You do the Mario Ruiz
Mario Ruiz with the LAFC.
and Beto Duran
Man of the people.
coming to you live here at
Northgate Gonzalez Market in Costa Mesa.
USA all the way. Peace out.